Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of Girl Fight, the Sports Talk podcast. Our mission at Girl Fight is simply to bring respect and awareness to women in sports. So today with me for episode 2, I have D Gray.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's up, D Gray? Thanks for being on episode 2.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here. Episode 2, just like number 2 in college. Perfect episode.
Right, I was number 2 in college too.
I'm telling you.
Hey, lit number.
On me.
Okay, well, here at Girl Fight, the guest always picks the topic, and I just kind of let them take the reins, and I just kind of do my thing. So, D. Gray wanted to talk about the players' health in the NFL, which is obviously a fitting topic because we just had the very tragic incident of Damar Hamlin having a heart attack on the field against Cincinnati on Jan 2nd. On your birthday.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I remember turning on the game and of course I was gonna watch the game, pretty big game, and then seeing that was terrible. You never want to see anything like that happen on any field. Just people wanting to play their game.
Mm-hmm.
There's no mechanism of injury, so nobody knows really kind of what happened. But he's made a huge comeback since then.
Yeah, most definitely.
Which is great because everybody, all the prayer warriors. I was one of them, for sure.
Yeah, same. My mom don't even know Damar Hamlin at all. Never probably watched him play, but she posted him twice on Instagram.
Right.
I pray for him, so, yeah.
I love that. And it was rumored that the NFL wanted to continue the game after the incident. I don't know how big of a rumor that is because they did tell them that they had 5 minutes to warm up, which means the game, they were intending on continuing the game. How do you feel about that?
The worst decision ever. Somebody damn near died on the field while we continuing to play football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Terrible decision to continue playing the game. Y'all not considerate of who's on the field. Everybody wants their money and all this and that. I know it's the NFL, it's all this and that. But what if that was y'all on the field? Anybody who was wanting to continue the game, what if that was y'all on the field? Y'all want to continue playing? I don't really think so. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And even the teammates, I would never want to see one of my teammates have such a horrible incident on the field, and then I don't even think I could pull myself mentally out of that to play or to even warrant. I wouldn't even be there. That's not what anybody's thinking about. That's not what anybody's worried about. These are your best friends, your brothers. A game is the last thing you're thinking about. So I think I agree with you. I think that it was pretty messed up for them to even, and kudos to the coaches for being nah.
Yeah.
I'm going to protect my boys, and we're not going to play this game.
Yeah, both the teams make the playoffs. It's not like nobody's season's ending today. They both have good records, all this and that. We'll see them continue to play football this year, so, this game is okay to miss.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you were an athlete in high school and college.
Yeah, I'm still an athlete.
Yeah, I forgot. You're not me. I'm very retired. But you are still very athletic. So have you ever experienced a major career-threatening or career-ending injury?
What I thought was when I fractured my jaw, worst pain of my life.
Oh my gosh.
In cold weather game.
Oh no. How did that happen?
I was running and my teammate blocked somebody out of bounds, but then the dude ran back inbounds. I didn't see him, and he tackled me. He kind of had my arms, so I fell face first. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't brace my fall.
Yeah.
My arms type shit. So, mouth bleeding. Couldn't talk for 2 months. So I tried to couldn't open my jaw.
Right.
Family eating food in front of me and shit.
What did you have to eat?
Terrible. Pudding, applesauce. Those are my main two. For real. A lot of water. Some stuff that I didn't have to chew.
Oh my gosh.
Lost a lot of weight.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible on me.
Like a detox, pretty much.
It was awful. Never want to do that again.
That sounds
I
terrible.
like food, so.
How long was your recovery?
So I actually didn't have to get surgery. I just had to basically just thug it out, wait it out for a while. I want to say anywhere from 2 to 4 months.
2 to 4 months. That's a long time to with jaw pain.
Yeah. I mean, the jaw pain started to kind of go away after 2 months, but it wasn't it was about here, then out here, I opened up.
Yeah.
Type shit,
What? Okay, so with that being such a long recovery, did you feel like your treatment teams were prepared to take care of you or prepared to help you through that situation? Did you have a Denny Kellington, the guy who literally saved DeMar's life. Do you think your treatment team would be prepared like that?
They were not. You know what I'm saying? They actually told me my jaw wasn't broken. You know, the next week my coach was kind of pissed. He was like, Darian, you made me spend this money on an X-ray. Nothing's wrong with you. I'm like, all right. We find out a week later my jaw is broken.
How did you find out that they sent you for an X-ray and the X-ray didn't come back?
So it took about a week, or at least a week, until they like got back to me as far as like my training staff went, and they were like, you know what I'm saying, Darian. First of all, they apologized. I ain't gonna lie, they did apologize. They did. But they were like, yeah, your jaw's broken, season's over, whatever. We ended up losing the next playoff game anyway. But yeah. So
What? Was this in college?
yes, it was. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I've never had a non-prepared treatment team, both in high school and college. In college, I had like the best treatment team, it seemed like, ever. I feel like those people worked in it like for the Olympics. Like they were so good.
Yeah.
That's sad though that your treatment team wasn't able to diagnose you properly.
I mean, it's all good though. You know, we went through a lot of stuff in my school. Not just me, like, you know what I'm saying, other players and stuff too. So like going there taught you to be kind of like tough, or to like be a man type stuff. That's what I will say for sure. Like we learned how to thug a lot of things out, and it did kind of prepare us for life, stuff like that. So I will say that most definitely.
So like you didn't, with the jaw injury, didn't come a concussion, did
No,
it?
no, felt like one when I had it.
Yeah, like a headache and stuff.
Yes, strong.
Have you ever had a concussion before?
No, I have not.
You've never had one.
Not that I know, unless I just had one and didn't know.
You probably had one and didn't know.
You know what I'm saying?
That happens, and I think that's sad that people don't know what to look for. People like, I've had a few concussions. I'm sure.
How many is a few?
A few, like 5. I've had 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was thinking like 2 or 3.
No.
You had
It's-
a handful. I mean.
Yeah, I've had a handful,
Yeah.
and I was threatened even. Like, if you get one more, your career, like, we're shutting you down.
Yeah.
Because I think 5 is OD. I think I should have probably gotten that threat after 3. But I feel like concussions are so saturated, like everybody gets a concussion, so like it feels like the severity of it is like a lot less than it is. But it's like a lot of people have heart disease too, and that's also very severe.
Yeah.
So I just don't. I feel like, I don't know, more people should take concussions more seriously. Like coaches, I feel like, are like the worst with concussions. They never take concussions like super seriously.
They're trying to win out there. When can my player come back?
I know, but a brain injury is a lot different than like a knee or an arm. And like,
It is.
I was gonna play regardless because I needed to pay for my college. But
Feel that.
and I think that that's what kind of drove me in my decision making to play another game or play another season, many seasons after each concussion. But I kind of feel like if I was a parent, I would have pulled my kid. But it's because I see, like, being on the medical side of things, I see like the severity of a concussion. I would be freaked out and terrified if that was my kid.
I'm telling you, most definitely.
And it's just like, I always say, it's not like, I always joke around, but it's not like a joke for real. Like, I'm always like, I'm scared to get like CTE.
Me too. Off the stuff that I've heard in the movies I've seen about CTE and all that type of stuff, I'm not trying to not remember things or go crazy on my family, get to killing myself or people off playing football or whatever that would give me CTE. So, yeah, that's a scary one for sure.
Right? Like, so Tua, he's a big topic of concussions. He's had 2 concussions in one season, and he's 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he's only been in the league for 3 seasons. So, like, how do you feel? Because I obviously have very strong feelings about the concussions in the league and, like, several other sports, but especially in the league. And do you think that Tua, I know a lot of people do think that he should, but do you think that he should call it quits and, like, retire and, like, end his career?
So I'm gonna say no, just because of him specifically, because I actually watched the Dolphins. I watched him in Alabama and type stuff like that. He seems okay, like just me watching. He seems all right. You know what I'm saying? But like if he gets a 3rd one, like maybe this year or next year, we can kind of look at like doing that. Like he he wouldn't be out there if he doesn't feel himself he could play. I feel like, who knows if it's because he wants some money, who knows if he just cares about his career that bad or whatever the reason is. But I'm just gonna say literally because like I watch the Dolphins, so I kind of watch him play a little bit. So like I would say he's all right now. So I'll say he's okay right now.
But you don't think that, like, okay, he might be okay right now, but like residual effects, right? So like later on, you don't think he'll be like tremendously affected by having 2 concussions in 1 season within 3 seasons?
There's a chance of that, but I don't think it's gonna be like on like the Junior Seau level type stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe he might have some type of effects like when he's retired and all this and that. Maybe something along the lines, but like just I think he's okay for right now. I don't know.
I see. Okay, maybe he shouldn't retire, but do you think he should take like an extended break
Oh, he could after the season if he feels like it, for sure. Yeah, if he feels like he needs to take a little break.
to kind of like recoup?
Yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. Most definitely.
I think that I would say retire. I would say retire.
After this year?
Yeah, I would say retire. I think that it's never that serious. Like you're having a concussion is like having the worst hangover of your life. That's exactly what it feels like. Like you're nauseous, you have a headache, the lights, the sounds, you can't read and like look at stuff or think. Like it's horrible. And then seeing just like the effects of the concussions, like 315 former NFL players have had CTE.
Yeah.
Or it's been found in them. And then 24 of the 315 have died in their 20s and 30s. It's really young.
Those are alarming numbers. They're alarming numbers. Just how putting a helmet on and playing football, stepping on the field. I didn't know they were that high. The 24 dying, or the 315. I really didn't know they were that high.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, me myself, if I feel myself any type of off, like if I were to get a concussion and just feeling off, I would retire me myself off one concussion if I felt. You know what I'm saying? I felt any type of signs of CTE coming and that type of stuff, I would stop then. I don't know, dudes are making different type of decisions for who knows what the reason is, but they're making different types of decisions.
I mean, I think the NFL should take better care of their athletes who suffer from concussions. I think that more tools, more research, more things should be provided. But like I said, it's so saturated, people don't ever take it seriously. Like, do you think they take enough care of like the concussion piece of the game? Or do you think everybody's kind of like, oh, it's just the game?
I think that they take it as serious as the players care for them to. Like, kind of like on your last podcast, y'all comparing some NBA and NFL stuff. Like, I think if the NFL players made a bigger deal about it and, spoke out about it more, then the owners and, whoever's over the NFL, Roger Goodell, whoever you want to say, they would take it more serious. But since they're not being pressured on it, not being pressed about it, they're probably doing it to a level that just makes it okay for the outside looking in as far as the league goes.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I definitely agree. I think that those numbers are alarming. They're way too high. And I know that the league is trying kind of to evolve the rules. I know that a lot is going on in like equipment and prosthetics to like reshape helmets so that they can like bounce off of each other. They're more oblong rather than round to like prevent the impact. And a lot of people might say that makes the game soft. What do you think about the NFL evolving, like with targeting and all of that?
Some of the targeting calls you might see is somewhat unfair for the defensive player because sometimes you got dudes running at each other full speed and like if a dude ducks and you weren't trying to hit him in the head at the last second, like what can you do? You can't do anything. So, but changing the rules though, and as far as you said about the helmets and stuff, it's 2023, always like elevating. So like, I would say change the helmets up if we got newer technology and we're studying stuff as to make the game safer for sure. So we can avoid stuff like, even though we don't know all the full reasons like the Damar Hamlin stuff or the CTE stuff, definitely like the helmets and the equipment, as long as everything's fair on both sides, both teams, we're good to go, I feel like.
Right, yeah. I don't think there's anything soft about football.
Yeah, it's
So
grown men running at each other full speed
right.
every few seconds. So
I don't think there's anything soft about football, and I don't think making these little rule changes is going to even make the game remotely soft. I think it's still not soft, even with targeting calls, and even with the new shape of the helmets. I think that it's just like you said, it's 2023. Like, I think we need to evolve the game, and the game needs to change a lot. Kind of like basketball. Like, the game of basketball has changed so much within the last like decade, even.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was just a lot of people saying that the league, I don't know what they want out of the, what do they want to see?
The people, they just want to see entertainment. They don't.
It's still entertaining without
we-
seeing people like.
They don't want the rules to change. They don't want like the small rules, like the kickoff where you're kicking the ball from, just so players can have like a lower amount of space to run full speed at. Like they move the ball, so like on kickoff, for example, dudes ain't running from like back here. They're at least a little bit closer, so they're not building up as much speed.
Right.
But at the same time, that doesn't make that big of a difference. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but people are watching the games, people in the stands, people who are betting in Vegas, people who are betting money, like, or whatever, not even people who are betting money. They just want to see entertainment.
Yeah.
So, like, until something like the DeMar Hamlin or whatever else happens,
right.
then it's kind of like, oh. You know
not so entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Type stuff. But, like, I mean, that's just going to be like that for anyone not playing, you know. So.
And even the turf, I forgot about that. The turf, they're fighting that with the natural grass. I know I like playing on natural grass versus turf.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it's a preference for me. But have you ever had any other injuries other than the jaw?
Yeah. The football field, they're kind of minor, like, you know, muscles like groins and hamstrings, stuff like that. My other serious injuries is like running track.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so you weren't affected
football.
by like the turf, like the grass.
Nah, if you want to be completely honest, I like turf. Just
You
how
like
I feel
turf?
Like I'm moving so fast on turf. I don't know. Just it feels different. I don't know.
Yeah, because your cleats get stuck, but that also
Well,
screws
I've
you
never had
over.
the ACL, so I was blessed. That, not saying I never had the ACL, so I was good.
You're one of the lucky ones.
You know what I'm saying? That and Achilles was the two I was scared of that I didn't want to get. ACL and Achilles.
Yeah, that ACL is no joke. ACL, MCL.
Yeah.
That's no joke.
My knees were all right.
So like so your track injury, that being one of your more severe ones, how were you able to prepare yourself stepping back like onto the, did you run track after that?
Yes, most definitely.
How'd you
Not
prepare?
that year. It was over with that year. Actually, yeah, most definitely it was through.
But after that you ran.
Yeah, the next year.
So how did you mentally pull yourself out of that kind of hole of like being injured, or were you ever in a mental hole?
I wasn't in a mental hole. I mean, basically it was almost similar to my mouth, how I couldn't open it. So like it would hurt to barely lift my foot off the ground. I fractured my pelvis, like my hip.
Yeah.
So, basically my working out was just anything hip up, so upper body stuff. You know what I'm saying? For a while, actually, probably like the summer. So from the track season to the summer, like the end of the summer, approaching football season of the next year. I mean, so like, I don't know, just get conditioned again, and I was fine. Once I was able to get past like physical therapy, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. I think I was the same way. I think I was ready. I was just like hungry to get back on the field.
Same.
For me, it was a game. Like I was trying to prove to myself that I could come back probably even stronger than before I got injured. So, not that of course, no athlete likes getting injured, but since I was, I might as well make a game out of it to help motivate myself and keep myself from having that, like, what they call injury depression, where you kind of don't know what you're doing, who you are, because you're not in the mix of things with your team. So, do you have any, like, pre-game rituals? Did any of your injuries, like, spark any pre-game rituals?
Did my injuries spark any? I don't know if the injury itself did. It might. I guess what are you saying? Like as far as like something maybe like extra padding on my hip or some shit like that, or like what you mean? Like,
yeah, like something that you found that makes you comfortable every game to like step out and play for your mental. Like you might not even need the extra padding on your hip, but you started putting it there anyways.
For my mental, a lot of prayer, tape ankles. I'm not gonna lie, I'm good to go. As far as outside of the little drip that I might put on, like I didn't really just think of it. I was just like, okay, I'm healed. I can perform now. Like I'm kind of good.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't like thinking about injuries.
Right.
Like
I feel like that makes you injured.
Yeah. I'm not trying to think of no injuries. I'm not gonna lie. Football, I was just trying to get the ball, go to the crib. Like that's literally it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Definitely. I don't think I had a lot of pregame rituals. I think my main pregame ritual was my hair always had to be in 2 braids and then into a ponytail. And then I also always wore a pink headband.
Oh, okay. So outside of the injury, like for real, just for real rituals.
I felt like I feel like without that, I would probably get injured. That was probably one of my things. Like it was just I don't know.
But at the same time, I feed off like my players' energy too, like my teammates' energy. So like me thinking about an injury, I'm really just trying to do what I can to make sure we win. I don't like losing.
Right.
So
I'm a sore
even
loser.
if I had an injury, I'm damn near trying to just play through that if I can, you know.
Yeah. Athlete mindset. The adrenaline gets you through.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It gets you through the game for sure, especially with an injury.
Yeah.
I played a whole game on a torn MCL.
Man.
It was awful.
Great job. Oh, well, you felt it. Oh, I thought you didn't feel it because of adrenaline.
No, I didn't feel it, but afterwards, like, oh my gosh, I was like, that was hurting. That was hurting bad. That was terrible. So speaking of health in the NFL, so you train all people, but you train athletes too.
Yeah.
What exactly is Make the World Fit?
Make the World Fit. It's not just the clothes that y'all might have seen me post and all this and that. It's literally, first of all, you might hear that and just think of it is what the name is. It is. I want the whole entire world to be fit. I want people to like not be obese. I want people to work out consistently weekly, you know, that type of stuff. I want to inspire people. So like seeing how I move, even if I wasn't a trainer, I would work out every day. If I was just some businessman in New York Square and wore suits every day, I would find some time out of that day to work out, you know what I'm saying, for myself personally. So then once you're making yourself fit and you're doing all that, people might want to start eating healthier. They might want to do something like that. That's going to inspire the next person, and the next person, and the next person, and the next person, to where you might have a person talking like me, but they're telling somebody in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, make the world fit for real.
So it's like literally make the world fit.
Like literally touch as many people as possible to where it's like undeniable almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I'm obviously huge into fitness, like being an athlete and that also being kind of my profession. So I think that's very cool. I think now in these days, fitness is more of a topic. It's more of a trend, which is fine as long as whatever gets people up, whatever people see stuff on social media, they'll get up and do it. So I think that's really cool.
Yes,
so Make the World Fit, is that what you kind of use to motivate your clients?
Isn't doing that now, for sure, even people who are not my clients. Motivating my clients before this, I would say energy. So like making them enjoy working out, not making it something, I gotta come to the gym and do this, something exciting that you want to do, stuff like that. You know, you can come in and you can dress clean and work out. You know what I'm saying? You can come and make jokes, you can come and rap, you can come and be whatever it is that you do and just incorporate it into a workout. You know
Yeah. It makes it easy.
Yeah.
It makes you want to get your ass up and go to work out.
Yeah. I mean, did you work out today?
No.
The day's not over.
The day's not over, but I'm not going to do it today.
Respect the honesty.
I am not going to do it today. Everybody train with Mr. D. Gray, one of the best trainers in the Houston area. And also, don't forget to get you some Make the World Fit. I got me some. And it's actually very cute.
Yeah, the drip's
great
there.
quality.
The
The drip is there.
The logo, man.
He came up with this logo.
You got a dude on one side, you got a female on the other side, pushing the world together, making the world fit.
Make the world fit.
Yes, ma'am.
Please don't forget it.
Come on now.
Definitely go follow the Instagram page. Go follow Mr. D Gray and train with him for your New Year's resolutions. I know a lot of y'all have fitness goals, so get at him for that. And this concludes episode 2 of Girl Fight, the Sports Talk podcast. Thank you, D Gray, for being here. And we will see y'all on episode 3 of Girl Fights.